Hi, my name is James Shepard, and today I want to talk to you about a really important question. Why are you calling me? Why are you talking to me? And so this particular video came out of a situation that I had last week. So I was talking to an individual agent that had, reached out to schedule a time to talk with me. And, we talked for maybe 15, 20 minutes. I answered some questions, gave him some tips and advice. And, towards the end of the call, he says to me, "So, James, how do you make money by talking to me?" And I replied, "I don't." And, he said, "Okay, so why are you talking to me?" And, it's just a really interesting question. It really stuck with me because, why am I talking to him? This is somebody that wasn't selling for a processor where I have a referral relationship. He wasn't using our software. And I actually hadn't even brought up either of those things yet in the conversation. I was just trying to help him out. And, I was thinking about that and I was thinking, why do I do that? Why do I spend so much time? It's not uncommon for me to have one day where I wake up, first thing in the morning, what I always do is I get out my iPhone, I pull it up and I look at my schedule. All right, what do I have today? And it's not uncommon for me to have a day where I look and I have 20 or 30, 15-minute phone calls, most of them with individual salespeople in the merchant services industry who are calling to get my advice and get my tips and how can I grow my merchant portfolio. And yet most of those calls, I'm not going to make, any money on them. And I was thinking about it and I thought, really there's several reasons that I spend so much time doing that. And the first reason is because I believe that creating massive value for others is the only guaranteed long-term way to be successful. If I look back 10 years ago at what I was doing, well, 10 years ago, I was going out to merchants. I was trying to help them. I'm a QuickBooks expert, so I would help them with their QuickBooks account. I would do all these different things for them. I would help them with their marketing. And even if they weren't my client, I would give them free advice and I would help them out. I made book recommendations and, I was helping them. I had actually a guarantee in my local market. I'd advise some of you to take this advice and do this yourself. But in my local market, what I would do is I had a guarantee. I was the credit card guy. So when people would come in and they'd say, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm the credit card guy." That's what I always said. People were like, "Can I tell Bob who's here?" Just tell him the credit card guy's here. He'll know. And so that was my name. I was the credit card guy. And if somebody's terminal broke down, I guaranteed that I would fix it for free. Now you might think, well, of course you're going to fix the terminal for free. No. Not just my client, anybody, whether they were my client or not. Anybody in the area, I give my card and say, "Hey, look, if your terminal ever breaks down, even though you're not my client, I guarantee I'll come here and fix your terminal for free." That was my guarantee, whether they were my client or not. That's a pretty big guarantee. Now, I did all that. Why did I do that? In my spare time after spending hours and hours and hours in the field selling, what did I do when I got home in the evening? Newly married. How was I spending my time? Well, I was making videos to help salespeople in the industry. And guess how much I charged for my videos? Zero. I didn't charge anything. They were free. Now, you say, "James, my goodness, you probably never made any money." Yeah, guess again. Guess how I'm making money now? Well, I have merchant portfolios from all the merchants I sold. I have referral portfolios from the merchants that all the salespeople that they asked me who to sell for and I referred them to somebody and I'm making money off that from doing that for years. Now I also have a successful software company that is serving the same salespeople and ISOs that I helped all along the way. And I learned from that what kind of software they wanted and we created the software that they wanted. So, all of those things that I did that were technically not in my interest, they were just helping someone else, that all came full circle to help me out. And so what I would challenge you to do today is a couple things. First of all, ask yourself this question: am I leveraging my strengths to help other people regardless of how it's going to benefit me short term? And if you're not, how could you do that? Could you volunteer in your local community? Could you be helping merchants that maybe aren't even clients of yours? What are your strengths? How can you help? How can you provide value to other people? Because if you're not focused on providing that short-term, if you're not focused on providing that long-term value through your strengths, you're probably focused on trying to generate short-term success. Boy, I got to make all this money this month. Well, there's two problems with that. That type of success is almost impossible to achieve, that short-term, get rich quick. And if you do achieve it, it doesn't ever last very long. The best and most guaranteed way for you to hit your goals and achieve your objectives is going to be to provide value to others without regard for your own interests And then over the long haul, you know that's going to pay off. One last story I'll tell you real quick, and then I'll be done. I have a relationship right now with an ISO that is very valuable to my company, and we've made tens of thousands of dollars from that relationship with technology and consulting and training. That relationship all started because one day I took one of those 15-minute calls, and this representative then started using our software because he enjoyed the call with me. Then he recommended that to his manager. Then his manager recommended that to the CEO of the company. Then I had a conversation with the CEO, and that developed into a relationship. And so, things like that happen. And that's what happens when you're out in the field every day talking to merchants, not just there to sell them, but there to help them, there to generate a relationship with them. Those things will happen to you over time, but you got to put the work in. I love the statement. I think it was Benjamin Franklin said, "The harder I work, the luckier I get." I think that's a true statement. My name is James Shepard. Thanks for watching.